Hello and welcome to Sports Update on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. We have a lot of stories this evening that we'll be looking at, and you know how we normally do it in our sports program. We'll talk about Nigerian sports, most especially we'll look at our own, we'll look at what it is in the world of sports for Nigeria and the way forward. As you can see in that basketball clip between the D Tigers and the Senegalese team, that was the Paris 2024 Olympic qualifiers, where the Tigers were able to pick the Olympic ticket. They are in Group C alongside host Australia, Nigeria in that Group C of the Paris Olympic women's basketball. Let's see how it goes for Nigeria at the Paris Games. I will just have less than 50-something days to the Paris Games that will start in Paris, France. So it's a good thing. And you know, on the sports show, we normally talk about our teams, how prepared they are, what they need to do well to get the best of the best at the Paris Games. Senator John Owanen also putting things in place to see how Team Nigeria will do well in Paris Games. And we are actually happy for what the minister is doing. But let's, I beg your pardon, let's begin with this particular story. It's a new sport that a lot of persons might not know about. Talking about Sambo is a branch. Let me say it's also a branch of judo. If you understand judo and taekwondo have some similarity, but in taekwondo you use your fist and your leg in taekwondo, but in judo it's all about techniques, your technical skill, hold your opponent. It has the same pattern with wrestling, but judo is a little bit different. You can also use your leg, and you just technical how to just fall somebody with a technical ability. But Sambo is also branch of judo, and now this is the first time we are seeing this particular sport. It was debuted at the first time on the continent of Africa, but this time around, Team Nigeria is set for African debut. That is 2024 Sambo competition, and we have our team who left the shores of this country yesterday for this particular event. So, like I said, Sambo is a new sport, a branch of judo. Just if you know everything about judo, the same thing is what happens with Sambo. Just a little bit difference of that particular sport from, but the same rules, the rules guiding judo is also what is guiding Sambo. In Sambo, they are allowed to put on helmet, but in judo, you don't see helmet. When they are in judo, you don't see helmet. It's just how to fall your opponent technically and how skillful, how strong you are. That is what judo is all about. Wrestling also, and you know how the wrestling is also. But for Sambo, it's a new sport, and Team Nigeria is set to appear at the first event on the continent of Africa. We wish him very well in the country on Wednesday, and we hope they'll come back with a lot of medals. Good one, and congratulations to Team Nigeria, who will appear at the African debut of Sambo sports. All right, let's leave that story and go straight to the glass house. Let's talk about the Super Eagles, injuries hitting players here and there, and Coach Finidi George doing all of the replacement, picking players, replacing players. It is what it is in the Super Eagles, because we have another injured player as it stands right now. That is Nathan Tella, who is injured and is out of Nigerian qualifiers against South Africa and the Benin Republic. The Benin Republic. That is, we have these two games. The first leg, the first game is against South Africa at Bafana, South Africa, on the 7th of June at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo. That is the capital of Akwa Ibom State. And we know that Victor Osimhen, at some point, Victor Osimhen was past fit for that qualifiers. At the end of the day, a doctor certified him not fit enough, and he has been replaced with Igboke of Enugu Rangers. And now we are hearing that Nathan Tella, another casualty, who will not be part of the Super Eagles for this game. we have Olawoyin has replaced this young man, that is Nathan Tella, Bundesliga champions, DFB Poker champion in German Bundesliga, in German league. And now we have Olawonyin replacing Nathan Tella in the Super Eagles squad. So we hope this will be the last injury or the last replacement we will be seeing with the Super Eagles, because it's now becoming a thing of worry for the team, because these two games against South Africa and Benin Republic is a crucial one. And you know, our former coach, that is former Super Eagles coach Kenneth Ra, is the coach of Benin Republic. So we have a very tough task ahead of us. In the group, we just have 2 points after 2 games, drawing against Lesotho and Zimbabwe. So we need the maximum points in this particular games against South Africa and Benin Republic. We have to get the maximum 6 points if we are to qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup that will be coming up in USA, Mexico, and Canada. 3 countries hosting the Paris 2024. I beg your pardon, not Paris 2024 now, the 2026 FIFA World Cup. I'm talking about Paris because Nigerians are actually prepare for that games in France. Now it is the World Cup 2025. We have to go through the qualifiers before participating in the World Cup. You know, the December Qatar 2022 World Cup, Nigeria was not there, courtesy of an away goal rule scored by the Black Stars of Ghana here at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium after a 1-1 draw with the Super Eagles. So this time around, we want to go there. We want to be at the World Cup. We want to play our heart out. We are supporting the team. Let's pray for the team. Let them get the maximum 6 points from this game. Injury is enough for all of the injuries. But we believe, let's see what Finidi George will do with the Super Eagles, will do with this side, what he has under his sleeves, and what he's bringing into the Super Eagles. That is his first tough task as the coach of the Super Eagles after on interim basis in the 2 friendlies we play against Mali and the Black Stars of Ghana. All right, let's leave that story quickly. We are going to take this highlight. It is the Adova Handball Premier League that just wrapped up in Edo State. The first phase of it, the second phase will be happening in Lagos. Let's just enjoy this highlight of the Adova Handball 2024 Premier League that happened at the Samuel Ogbomija Stadium in Benin City, Edo State. Yes, welcome back from that video break of the Adova 2024 Handball League. The first phase has been concluded at the Samuel Ogbomija Stadium in Benin City, Edo State, not Bendel Insurance. Those two teams, Lagos Seasiders and Co, are doing battle in that particular one. We are talking about handball this time around. Let's go to look at this particular story on the show this evening. It's a good thing, it's a way forward. If we want to get it right when it comes to sports, we have to go back to the grassroots, and that is why the FCT Handball Association has put up this particular program for the under 15, under 12, and under 13 boys and girls in the FCT. And it's actually a good thing that the FCT Handball Association is doing all they can to see that they revive this sport, handball, in the FCT, where not football alone, where everybody can also, children, adults can also participate when it comes to handball. And this competition actually started, that was on Monday, and today it is the wrap of an event in this particular competition. For some of the games, so far so good. In the third place game, that is the third place in the under 15 boys, we have Abaji defeating Gwagwalada team to actually take the third place event. While for the under 12 girls, we have Kwali Area Council coming third for the girls event, that is the under 12. So it's actually a good thing in this particular cadet, that is age grade event, put together by the FCT Handball Association. And one person, in short, is in forefront, is the secretary of that particular federation, talking about Huda Okocha, who actually at least make sure that this event, this particular competition, is sustained. And we had some sponsor coming in to sponsor the competition, the likes of Bonifo and Co. coming to sponsor, and the selected players from all of the categories under 12, under 13, under 15, both for boys and girls. The selected players will be given scholarship of at least to the highest level of education. And we know when we say highest level of education, that is degree. So they will be given scholarship, the best players that will be selected from this particular competition. And some individuals, some private individuals, also donating some cash award rewards to the teams, and at least giving their own support. It is the way to go. We shouldn't just leave sport for government alone. Private individuals, private investors should come and invest in our sport. These are the kind of sports we should invest in, and it's actually for the young ones under 12, 13, and 15, boys and girls. So you catch them young. You saw on that video the Adova 2024 Handball League first phase. You saw the way the sport is. You saw how interesting it is. The same thing we are seeing with these young lads who actually did their parents proud at the handball court right there at the Area 10 playground, that is Garki Abuja Area 10 playground, Old Parade Ground. Precisely, that was the venue of the event. So it is the event, like I said, was put together by the FCT Handball Association, and one person actually fronted it, making sure that this event come up. That is the secretary of the federation, alongside with other board members of that federation, the chairman and co, the president of the federation in FCT here and co, doing so well, making sure that the FCT handball, as in cadet handball championship, comes alive this time around. Like I said, it was a wrap-up event. The whole hostilities of that championship ended just some hours ago at the Old Parade Ground in Area 10, Garki Abuja. So winners, like I said, the third place, we've seen winners about more than some teams. Some area councils didn't participate though, but we also have some area councils showing up for that event. So we need that event actually need more participation, sponsors and co, so that we can actually have a good competition. This is grassroots, and when we talk about grassroots development, that is the way to go. And if we want to actually get it right, we have to go back to the grassroots development and see how it is, and get players for Nigeria. We know the players for Nigeria, the Golden Arrows and co. We saw what happened at the African Games, and going forward, what our under-19 girls did at the IHF Trophy event in Uzbekistan, a whole lot of events. And then on the continent of Africa, that is the African Handball Championship. So this is where players are being scouted, gotten for the various national team in Nigeria. So congratulations to the FCT Handball Association for making sure that they organize this competition for the younger ones, that is under 13, under 12, and under 15. And it has been fantastic. Saw some action in that particular competition, and I was marveled with what I saw. And for the young ones playing handball, everything is not about football. If you can't play football, you can try handball. If you can't play handball, there is tennis, table tennis. You can also do well in cricket, a whole lot of sports. And you know, Nigeria is so blessed with a lot of talent. When it comes to talent, Nigeria has them everywhere. So it's a good one. Like I said, congratulations to FCT Handball Association, and to Huda Okocha, also the secretary of the association, making sure that yes, they put herself and the board members putting everything together, the modalities, the logistics, and what have you, to make sure they have the championship this time around 2024. It was organized for all of the area councils in the FCT. So we have for the under 15, for the under 15, we have as in it was played based on the round robin. Abuja Municipal Council won the gold, and then we have Kwali Area Council going home with the silver, and Abaji took home the bronze medal. That is for the under 15. In the under 12 girls, I told you it was a round robin format. Abuja Municipal Council defeated Gwagwalada by 13 goals to 5 for Gwagwalada Area Council, while Kwali Area Council placed third. So Abuja Municipal Council in that event winning silver. Abaji taking the gold in the under 12 event of this particular competition. So let's see how it goes and what it is for assistants right now. All right, let's leave that story quickly and look at some transfer in Europe. You know, the leagues are over and it's all about transfer news here and there. But let's start with this particular one quickly before we go, where Manchester United, the winners of 2024 FA Cup, targets Everton defender Jared Brantwaite, who is valued at £60 million. This guy is actually a fantastic player, good defender, tall, huge, and I think well, he's going to suit Manchester United's style of play. At the end, let's see if Man United will cover £60 million to buy Jared of Everton. And then let's go to the blue side of Manchester, who is also looking at to get a player, but this time around a goalkeeper. Manchester City considering a move for Werder Bremen goalkeeper Michael Zitterer. Michael Zitterer is actually a fantastic goalkeeper for Werder Bremen, who actually helped that team to stay in the German Bundesliga this season. And now they are looking for a replacement for Ederson, who probably might be leaving for the Middle East. Well, the Middle East, they say, it is where the money is, and let's go get the money. That is what Ederson is actually telling Manchester City. Let's see if Ederson will leave Man City, but if he leaves, now they will be looking to acquire the services of Michael of Werder Bremen in the German Bundesliga. And let's take this last one as it is. We all know that it was announced that at the end of the season, Kylian Mbappe will be leaving PSG. Now, Real Madrid plan to announce the signing of PSG forward Kylian Mbappe before Euros. You know, we just have weeks away from now to the kickoff of Euros 2024. So, Real Madrid plan to make that announcement before the Euros will kick off, where France also will be playing. They will be participating in the Euros 2024. Real Madrid, they know how to get the big boys. That is why they are called the Galacticos. And for Kylian Mbappe, one medal is missing from number of collection of medals. He has won the World Cup. He has been to the World Cup final twice, winning one, and the second one coming. The second final, he came second against Argentina. The two teams also met at the semi-final of Russia 2018. At the end of the day, France smiled and they got to the final. They lifted it. This time around, the Qatar 2022 World Cup, they now met at the final, but Argentina, they smiled home with the trophy. So he has been to 2 World Cup finals. He has a World Cup medal on his neck, and now he's looking for Champions League. And you know, when you are in Real Madrid, Champions League is their birthright. I'm not the one that says it. The number of wins will tell you that. You can just hold your pad and start asking your pad some questions. Real Madrid, they are the highest winner of the Champions League. They are looking for their 15th title. By Saturday, we will know if definitely they will leave the 15th title of the UEFA Champions League. They have a date against Borussia Dortmund, a team that was there in 2013 finals, and they lost to their sister team, that is Bayern Munich, in the German Bundesliga. All right, that is where we'll be leaving it on the program Sport Update this evening. I am Emmanuel Fashemi. Say thanks for watching.